Okay, hello. So, it's Secrets of the Night, episode 18. It's raining here. Good time to sleep. But well, let's read first. Secrets of the Night, episode 18 by Precious Obialor-Ukazim. Well, it's a good thing you've said, but just as Ejike said earlier, he needs time to put himself in order, search for a good woman and not all these street girls. I mean a well-behaved girl from the village and settle down with. I don't think there's any need rushing things. After all, Ejike is still very young and his mates are still in school. Let's just allow him to take his time, Ifunanya told her husband courteously. Alright, I think I'm standing alone on this matter, but no problems. I'll be waiting for when you are ready, but make it fast though, Ejiofor said laughing. Let me check on my baby in the room, please, Ifunanya said, standing up to leave the sitting room, as she was no longer comfortable there. Rishi, come with me. Now, let's go and do your homework, Ifunanya said, trying to lead her first son away, but the little boy protested. No, mommy. I want to stay with Uncle. Richard, her son, replied, clinging tightly to Ejike. Alright, go and bring your school bag. Let's do the assignment together, Ejike told Richard, who ran ahead of his mother to the room to bring his school bag. And Ejiofor laughed out heartily, as he's always happy seeing his son fond of his brother. Children will always be children, Ejike said, smiling amidst his brother's outburst of laughter. 3 days later, Ejike mysteriously left the house without informing anyone of his whereabouts. He did not return home that night and the following day, and this got his elder brother very worried, and his lines were not reachable. Ejike cannot travel, no matter how urgent, without informing me, or has something happened to him? Ejiofor thought within him as he sat in his living room alone, thinking as he had gone to make a report at the police station. But his room is locked, and he was the one who locked it and left with the room key. I think he did not just want to let us know where he was going. He deliberately left the house without telling anyone where he was going. But what could possibly be his reason, and where did he go? He asked nobody but himself, unable to understand his action. Ifunanya, on the other hand, seems to be more concerned, as she transferred aggression on her domestic workers and even her children. But after 4 days, Ejike returned home looking pale. He had lost so much weight and looked worn out. On seeing him, his elder brother quickly rushed him to the hospital, even without waiting for him to explain where he was coming from and what had happened to him. He was on drips for hours on the hospital bed. When he finally woke up, he narrated how he had a business deal with someone, but unknown to him, the man was a fraud who set him up to be killed on his way after a business meeting he had with him, where he gave him some huge amounts of money. Meanwhile, Ejike had gone to lodge in a hotel all alone for those 4 days without food and water, but he lied to Ejiofor and Ifunanya, who were so grateful to God for delivering him from the hands of those fraudsters. What could be his reason, no? Okay. But after Ejike's return, his relationship with Ifunanya changed and wasn't as friendly as it used to be before. Everyone went his own way and did things the way it pleases them. What surprised Ejiofor the most was Ifunanya's hatred for Ejike. She gets unnecessarily angry whenever she sets her eyes on him, and with that anger transfers the aggression on every other person in the house, including her husband and children. One evening, her husband requested for egusi soup and pounded yam, and Ifunanya did the cooking herself, after which she served him on the dining. Your food is set, she invited her husband, who stood up from the living room and headed straight to the dining table, salivating as the aroma of the egusi soup filled the house. He sat down and had just washed his hand, ready to open the food and eat when Ejike appeared. Brother, don't eat that food, Ejike shouted, standing in front of his brother. and wearing a serious face. I don't understand. This HK is becoming so weird. How will he just disappear for days, came back, and now he's telling his brother not to eat food? Well, we'll find out. Stay with me. Okay? Stay with me.